All right, everybody, welcome in. First Dynasty that I'm ever doing on a new college football game. Taking Ball State, and we're bringing back a very special somebody from my little Commanders franchise I was doing earlier when the last year's Madden. Trevor Broughton, middle linebacker that I was having a lot of fun with. Only got one good season with him before I had to stop that, but from Louisville, his alma mater being Louisville, his pipeline state will be Kentucky. Some things that we're gonna end up noticing about this team is we got really three QBs that can actually play ball. Guy I'm really high on right now, Caden Simonza. And by the way, if I mess up names, don't be afraid to say something. I gladly would love to hear that I messed it up and to say it correctly. But our top two QBs, scramblers, and I think our third QB is more of a passer. But really and truly, we can take really anybody at this point and see how it rolls out. And Kyle, I really feel like I'm messing his name up, by Kyle Kelly, right now slated to be the starter, has an arm, can run, is the faster of the two QBs that are at the top of our board right now, top of the depth chart. And having a mobile QB isn't something bad. But we're gonna take a quick look over the rest of the roster, and Magwood here probably gonna be our guy that gets the most touches. He's one of the faster guys, stacker down there, being only 59 overall. It's gonna be a little tougher. I'm still sitting here trying to figure out the slider situations, but I mean, you can see above right now, 71 overall, 73 offense, and a 71 defense. I think this is going to be a pretty tough season, and I'm extremely glad that you're not supposed to be able to be fired after the first year. So we essentially could go 0-10 and not get fired in our first season, but we need to win 4 games and get consistently there for the contract, as this team went 4-8 last year, so that's something that we're gonna need to work with. The team does have quite a bit of red shirts, and I mean almost everybody here is red-shirted, and I think that's something that we're gonna have to try to take advantage of. But some guys, such as our left guard and our center, definitely gonna be gone, and we're gonna have to either recruit or hope that some of these freshmen really step up going into next year. The thing that I've also noticed is this team was running a straight-up multiple 3-4 for their defense. And as you'll see in a second, looking at the right side of the screen, when the defensive line comes up, I can't exactly say that we have enough to run a 3-4 on both size and the amount of players. I mean, we have a ton of defensive ends that are about 250 to 270. We got a couple of 220 and 230 pound guys on the team as well. So I don't think a 3-4 is actually going to be good for us. And with just the amount of defensive ends to defensive tackles, I mean, the 3 down front, I think still helps us. So we're probably going to stick with something like a 3-3-5 because the passing in this game is crazy. And I think we're going to be in nickel quite a bit. We'll still throw the 4 down fronts in there and get that 4-2-5, or we'll go with like a 3-3 will where we'll still end up being a 4-2 front. But we have quite a few players behind each of our starters, and I'm really thinking that, okay, we'll have some people that can step up. We'll have some guys, if they're really getting beat up one game, they might sit out next game. I know it resets with the wear and tear. It's supposed to reset every week, but you might get pulled for the game because you're getting beat up. Quarterback's getting beat up, we might put in the backup. For winning, losing, like it might just be best. You got beat up a lot last week, the backup might still play, just because I think it's either going to be a change of pace, or I just don't want to see a player get beat up over there. But taking a look at our schedule, we got FCS Midwest. We're going to Miami. We're going to Central Michigan and to James Madison. So we got a 3-game on the road stretch. We get Western Michigan at home. Then we're back on the road at Kent State and Vanderbilt. We get Northern Illinois at home, Miami, Ohio at home, We go to Buffalo, we get Bowling Green at home, and then we're going back to Ohio. And by that point, maybe, just maybe, we'll have something, kind of a good record. We'll have enough recruits. We'll have some positivities going for us. But I tried to, as you can see, I tried to get Trevor Broughton really close to what he was. I couldn't find the right hair, but I found the right head archetype. And forgive me for not spending the coins. You're not going to see that in this video because I didn't look at anything before I did this. I really had to keep myself from looking and seeing what everybody else was doing when they came to Dynasty. I watched some videos when it came to Dynasty recruiting and all that. I didn't want to watch anything. I simply wanted to do it by myself and figure it out. And you can see it even said hold X to purchase, and I just wasn't looking at that. I think I was looking at a bunch of other stuff. I want to see some of the abilities, all that. I mean, I just can't wait, man. And I was really excited for this that I was not paying enough attention. But we're going to run the pro style offense that they already were running. So it says pro style, but we are going to be in shotgun a whole lot. It's nothing but shotgun, a little bit of pistol, but we're going to have a lot there. Wow, I really talked this entire thing off. That's crazy. I thought my video was longer. The music got wiggled all the way to 11 minutes, but I thought the video was longer. Hang on, I gotta see something. Yeah, it just goes, so I'm a... God, it's been a minute since I've done this. Mistakes are made, and it happens. Mistakes happen. So I'm gonna add something here, but I can't wait for this. We've waited all these years. We're gonna do one more episode before we get to gameplay, and that's just because I want to go over scouting. Not in a very good way. This is pre-recorded. I'm going back over it, just looking and seeing what I wanted to go over. And as I've learned, I have made some adjustments. So in the later, like a couple weeks in, you'll see that like we've made some adjustments, and hopefully we'll be able to start getting some pure, like, great talent over to Ball State. But like I said, it's gonna be scouting next episode, and I'll try to get that out tomorrow, and then after that we'll get some gameplay against FCS Midwest. And I've heard that those FCS teams do not play, so we'll try to bring our A game, get everybody some play time, see how things go, make it a tune-up game, and get some positivity as we head into this season under a new regime. Coach Trevor Broughton is going to bring Ball State to greatness once again.
Sam.